A NASA spacecraft is set to make history today, getting closer to the sun than any other human-made object.
77. Voyager 1 launched from Florida's.
Next, NASA says its Voyager 1 probe, the most distant human-made object in the universe,
far beyond the warm embrace of our sun, in the cold, dark expanses of interstellar space, something extraordinary just happened. Voyager 2, the aging yet resilient spacecraft launched by NASA in 1977, has made a turn, an unexpected intentional change in its trajectory. And in doing so, it has detected something that no one truly anticipated, though many had feared. A signal, a pattern, a disturbance. Call it what you will. But what Voyager 2 has found is not just unexpected, it is deeply unsettling. Before we start, smash the like and subscribe buttons for more updates. After more than 4 decades of silent service, Voyager 2 has long been our lonely ambassador to the void. It carries with it the famous golden record etched with Earth's music, greetings, and the faint hope that someone or something might one day find it. For years, the spacecraft has sent back whispers from the edge, data streams that offer glimpses into the vast emptiness that lies beyond our solar system. But now, something has changed. The turn, a subtle redirection of its antenna, was not programmed by mission control. It wasn't commanded by Earth. This shift was autonomously executed by the spacecraft's onboard systems, triggered by what appears to be a sensory anomaly picked up on its plasma wave instrument and magnetometer. At first, the anomaly seemed like just another quirk of deep space, a fluctuation in magnetic fields, maybe a dust impact or some unknown cosmic ray interaction. But then the pattern emerged. Over a span of 19 minutes, Voyager 2 recorded an oscillation. Low frequency, rhythmic, and undeniably structured. It was not noise. It was not background radiation. It was a sequence, something that repeated with mathematical precision. The waveform wasn't organic, nor was it entirely mechanical. It defied classification. And then, in its silent, unwavering way, the spacecraft pivoted. It turned ever so slightly, just 2.7 degrees, but that angle was enough to align its high-gain antenna toward the origin of the signal. The source of this signal lies somewhere in the interstellar medium, roughly in the direction of the constellation Pavo, a region devoid of any known stellar bodies within the signal's time-frame origin. It's a direction that, until now, offered only empty space and background radiation. The shift suggests Voyager 2 received not just data but something more, a compelling nudge. What followed that turn is what has sent the scientific community into hushed frenzy. Voyager 2's instruments began registering anomalies almost immediately. The magnetometer picked up a flux, an invisible swell in the ambient magnetic field, measured at values far above the local interstellar baseline. But this flux was not chaotic. It pulsed with an interval of precisely 7.32 seconds, then paused, then resumed in reverse. This pulse, alternating in symmetry, hinted at control, intelligence, or at the very least, a physical process orchestrated by something with intent. It wasn't just the magnetometer. The plasma wave instrument began to resonate with a harmonic tone, again, structured. Not a single tone, but a series that climbed in frequency logarithmically before dropping back in near-perfect Fibonacci regression. The data stream captured this sequence over a period of 43 minutes before abruptly going silent. No explanation followed, no repeat signal, just silence. But that silence carried weight, like the breath held before a thunderclap. All of this would be extraordinary in itself, but Voyager 2's data was accompanied by a more visceral disturbance. Its cosmic ray subsystem registered a sharp spike in particle acceleration, not from the solar wind or known galactic sources, but from a localized vector, a narrow corridor of space with heightened energetic flux. The implication is that something, somewhere, is emitting highly accelerated particles along a directed path. The pattern of emission formed a corridor, a tube of sorts, detectable only at Voyager 2's position due to its trajectory and sensitivity. In that corridor, space isn't behaving normally. The implications are staggering. This is not a simple cosmic anomaly or unknown interstellar weather phenomenon. What Voyager 2 has detected suggests the existence of either a natural process far beyond our current understanding, or an artificial mechanism. The alignment of the spacecraft, The structured signals, the precise frequencies, the vectorized particle emissions, all of it together forms a puzzle too coherent to dismiss. And then came the gravimetric fluctuation. Voyager 2's attitude adjustment telemetry showed micro variations in the gravitational pull exerted on the spacecraft, tiny wobbles not accounted for by any nearby mass. These were not caused by planets, comets, or gravitational waves from distant neutron stars. These fluctuations were local, sharply defined, and, more alarmingly, transient. It's as if something moved past the spacecraft. Not through it, but near enough to warp the fabric of space just slightly, just enough to whisper, something is here. If there is something, a craft, a structure, a phenomenon, out there, it is not emitting in the electromagnetic spectrum the way a star or radio source would. It is almost stealthy, revealing itself only through interaction, only through distortion. That's what Voyager 2 picked up. A distortion, a disruption, a presence. And yet it gets stranger. The data sent back also shows temporal dilation in the signal response. Time, or the perception of time in the signal's pattern, is not constant. There are sections of the waveform where time appears to stretch. The pattern elongates, then compresses. This is not a recording error. It is not transmission degradation. The onboard atomic clock verified its own precision during the event. What Voyager 2 observed was a fluctuation in time's flow within a localized region. A time warp, not dramatic, not cinematic, but real. This raises the most chilling question. If time can fluctuate in that region, what is causing it? A gravity well, a warp in space-time, a field generator of unknown design, or perhaps a boundary, the edge of something not native to our understanding of the cosmos. And still, Voyager 2 continues onward. Its systems, aged but resilient, are now behaving with slight instability. Not a failure, not yet, but something close to agitation. Its gyros recalibrate more frequently. Its instruments occasionally power cycle without command. There are minor power drifts. These are not catastrophic, but they are irregular. The spacecraft, in a sense, is unsettled. The mission team has reviewed and confirmed. There was no scheduled maneuver, no programming glitch, no update that would account for this new orientation. The spacecraft acted in response to stimuli. This is not supposed to happen. Voyager's autonomy is limited, designed to protect itself from solar storms and micrometeoroids, not to turn toward unknown signals. This means something inside that machine, something buried in code written half a century ago, responded to a signal in a way that cannot yet be explained. The fears, long whispered in speculative circles, have always orbited around the idea that deep space is not empty, that somewhere out there, beyond the reach of our suns and probes, lies something, not necessarily hostile, but not passive either. Something aware, something waiting. The detection by Voyager 2, its turn, and the aftermath within its sensors has reignited the old anxiety. We are not the only observers. In fact, we may have just been observed and perhaps even invited. There are patterns in nature, chaos in the universe, randomness in the cosmic winds. But when structure emerges where none should be, when a signal carries order across the void, and when a machine that has not spoken in decades suddenly whispers back with urgency, then fear is not irrational. It is instinctual. It is not yet known whether the signal will repeat. It is not yet known if Voyager 2's actions are merely the beginning of a longer sequence. But the implication, the possibility, is monumental. We've long believed ourselves to be sending messages into the void. But what if the void had already been listening? What if the moment we breached the heliopause and entered true interstellar space, we crossed an invisible line? One that marks territory, presence, or observation? Voyager 2, in turning back, has done more than detect a signal. It has echoed one. It has joined in a dance whose music we do not understand. For now, the spacecraft continues onward, its dish aligned not to Earth but to something deeper, something ancient, or perhaps something entirely new. No messages have come since. No new anomalies, only the echo of that moment. But the data it gathered in those brief minutes, the patterns, the signals, the pulses, will be studied for decades. Whether natural or artificial, benign or ominous, the presence Voyager 2 encountered has stirred the deepest questions humanity has ever asked. What lies beyond the edge? The answer may be closer now than ever before. If you liked this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Also, Leave your comments below and tell us. What are your thoughts on Voyager 2 turning back? What do you expect? We want to hear from you. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.